Chris, when did you start?
King, 7.
Playing poker?
Yeah.
Um,
Before solvers, right?
yeah. 2004.
Yeah. That's a good time.
Free solvers.
The moneymaker year.
Wait, that's hair dye. Don't make it.
Is it the moneymaker year?
Solvers.
year?
Well, I just played online. I
Jonty
didn't know
was
any.
13
I guess it was.
in 2004.
Who else was
Wow.
First World Series I played was Jamie Gold.
2012.
What? 6.
2006, yeah.
Remember the stacks they used to let you have at the table? Jamie Gold had
Yeah, just piles
the
and piles.
biggest mountain you've ever seen.
You remember Scott Fishman? He would not color up chips. He wanted
He wouldn't,
build, but he
yeah.
wouldn't give you chips or whatever. They used to let him get away with it. Not good.
And do you remember Pies? Like,
Fancy not participating in any of the table talk. He's had enough. Let the sixes go.
These guys are all wondering what poker was like maybe back in the early 2000s, 25 years ago. Jamie, what was it like?
100.
Very funny.
Oh, right.
I told you I'm not a solver. I never heard about tile solver.
I was around for that though.
Yeah,
It's pretty soft solution.
We talked to him.
yeah, so good. It's really strong though. It's imported from the UK.
Coffee breath.
I'm going to guess we did start around the same time, did we? 06?
Or I was earlier than that.
Oh.
I was 2002
Done it like
playing
Dude, yeah.
slightly underage
Like,
in a
I've played a
casino
lot
and then
of
home
shit
games.
with it. I barely use
But not
it.
seriously. I was just dabbling.
Come on there, look at the
Had
hand.
a real hand matchup.
It's like 90.
Mormon raising the cutoff with Jack 10 offsuit.
Most of the solvers are not even
Scott
active.
defending Ace Queen offsuit in the big blind. King Jack Deuce 2 spades. Gut shot for Scott and
like
bottom
just
pair
move it up,
for.
like,
I'm sorry, middle pair for Chris.
Even Makita cannot remember all the
You are
solvers.
bluffing here.
Huh?
You're bluffing.
What do you mean?
You're like, oh, I never use this.
Bet and a call.
No, actually, that's
10 would be pretty
that's
spicy.
No, but like, if I think I really play
Ace
the
is
hand
kind of
bad,
a fun
I
card
don't
as
know
well.
at all what's going on. But usually I
Chris
I
as
get
the
a friend
pre-flop
doing it,
raiser will have more aces in his range.
You look this up.
I already checked.
feel like most
He
spots
knows.
make kind of 10.
Yeah, it is tough for Chris to bet again here.
Yeah,
Obviously,
a
it
lot
is
of
his
people,
board,
like it.
and he can
Well,
rep
I
all the
mean,
really strong stuff. But
there's
Queen
some
10 did
spots
get
like
there.
that,
Sure.
Weird, yeah.
Can he
weird,
get a
there's
hand as strong as like a weak king to fold
always a
here?
reason.
Is a hand like maybe like King 7 in a tough spot?
Be in a tough spot, and also he could always just unload another barrel on the river if that's his plan. But obviously Scott's hand way too strong.
So this is kind of a mergy bet from Chris. Will charge some spade draws when he has the best hand. Will potentially get a few, but not many stronger hands to fold. Obviously with the ace queen Scott going absolutely nowhere.
Brick on the river. Does Chris ever just turn this into a bluff, or is he content to show down against some missed flush draws?
That's the question, and I think if he does bluff, it's going to be a big size.
Yeah. He is holding the 10, blocking the nuts.
He does have the board range advantage by a long, long way. He can have aces, kings, jacks, ace, king, ace, jack. His opponent, maybe best possible hand, pocket deuces, ace, jack.
Is it
Probably won't expect something as good as ace, queen, but obviously it's in there when these guys are playing the two biggest stacks.
Sure. Got to play a little more cautiously. Does it create a problem you have a diamond and a spade in your hand?
Sure. And I think that's maybe the reason he landed on check in the end.
Important pot for Scott. Not like he needed those chips, but becoming the definitive chip leader at the table over Mormon.
Online poker is back in America. No purchase necessary. Play online poker for cash prizes with players across the U.S. Sit next to your favorite ambassadors like Phil Ivey, Brad Owen, Rampage, Wolfgang, and the rest of the WPT crew. Play tournaments and ring games to win real prizes and experiences, including free entries into next-level poker events in Las Vegas. Sign up at clubwptgold.com with promo code YouTube.
Catching up to this 3-way action. Three really nice looking hands.
Very
There's a
pretty.
breeze right here, actually.
And totally whiff.
Really?
8-5 deuce
And you
rainbow.
also-
Everybody's got a
Backdoor.
backdoor flush draw.
It's kind of fair.
Yeah.
Everyone's got overcards. Everyone's got backdoors.
Kind of fair, except AJ Kelsall on the big blind. This looks like a big blind kind of board.
Yeah, Andre's got the nicer backdoors. He's got the nuttier backdoors. Definitely a spot I think we should see a bet here. No, okay. Hard to call a bet, so is this just a kind of give
Could
up?
be a give up.
Chris, you weren't joking about that gum, huh?
I warned you.
You see a little
Airways.
more giving up
American
when
gum sucks,
your chip
so
stacks in the
I-
20 big blind range, you know?
No, I buy it on Amazon. Just get like 50 packs.
Becomes costly.
Yeah, gotta say, I would have liked to see maybe a 650, 700
Sure, you could
there,
go really
but
small three ways. Yep.
he may get a second bite of the cherry, though.
Yep.
Oh, well, interesting development here for Andrew. Remember playing just 3.1 million back. Does he now try to seize upon this perceived weakness? Both players checking. Now he's picked up some equity.
This would be a pretty sick spot for a check jam if somebody wants to sprinkle in a couple chips.
Fabian can't really expect his hand to be good at showdown. Hardly ever here. Does he take a small stab, hoping that both Andrew and Andre have whiffed and have give-ups? Looks like that is what's going to happen, and that
I
opens
feel like
the door for the
AJ's
play
gonna
you
rip
said.
this. I would really love this play if he finds a check jam here. I know it's within his personality to do some cool stuff like this.
And he has all the stronger range here from the big blind. He can have the 6-9, he can have the 6-4, he can have all the two-pair combos. So it's actually perfect for that.
It's very nice to semi-bluff with a hand like this in a spot where you could be nutted. Do it, buddy. Do it for Philly. Just the call?
Just call. Well, will he find some other cards to bluff on is the question. Maybe if a 9 appears, or a 4, or even a 7.
If Fabian gets to just show this down and win with king high, that would be incredible for him.
Matt is rich now.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I don't look, honestly.
Unless he thinks he needs to chuck out a bluff here.
Well, either way, this pot is going to go Fabian's way.
Fucking berries everywhere. I need nuts, not berries.
He probably thinks he needs to bet at it to win.
Yeah, make the ace high folds, the low pairs that may have hit.
Charge to the room.
It's
Has some showdown, I guess, against a kind of a 10-6 suited, Jack-6 suited.
he's gonna be so thrilled to win this pot. Would not be expecting to win this when I check back.
That's a good feeling.
Almost did it.
If you're Fabian. Jonty definitely going to get involved here with some post-mortem. Oh, and some fruit.
Can.
Every player had a chance to win that pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the power of position. Chuck out a couple chips and it gets checked to you on the river. I like, you know what we should have done that I usually like to do if I'm still in a tournament, is calculate like what the real dollar amount, real dollar value of like a big blind is, or at least within, you know.
Yeah.
Because that pot's probably worth like $100 grand or more. Tiny little pot that gets checked down and king high wins.
Jonty, casual as you like here, inhaling this fruit cup.
It's the quietest I've ever seen him. Somebody made the comment, wow, it's so weird watching Jonty drink water.
Chris going to get sticky here with the suited 9-6. Jonty's going to have to battle for this one. Oh, he really is.
Yeah, it's a nice hand matchup. 10-9-7, 2 spades. Jonty with the nut flush draw. Morwen with a gut shot and middle pair.
Giving some thought to leading at this one. put some immediate pressure on Jonty's range. Probably just clear out all of his ace, king, ace, queen type stuff with this bet. But Jonty definitely does not have a hand that's going anywhere right now.
Jonty put the fruit cup down. That's a tell. When someone stops eating to play a hand, nutted.
Yeah, things just got serious. Although, I still feel like he's got maybe just a little bit of strawberry somewhere, maybe between
in his teeth.
Back molars. There's still some chewing going on. Oh, hello.
Right there. No waiting. Queen of spades on the turn. Jonty. Ace high flush.
This is the kind of card Chris might rep. It's awkward because Jonty, when he hangs on, will have king jacks, queen jacks, that kind of stuff. So you feel like it might have to be a multiple street play if he is going to try and take this one away. Does have some showdown, obviously, with the 9. Jonty, I presume, looking to put some more chips in here. Probably feels like Chris has a little something, something. Give me a sizing here, Jamie.
Let's see.
Let's see what he does. 2/3. Nice.
I'd go about 2/3.
I'm not sure if it's solver approved, but it's Jonty approved.
Yeah, works for me.
Nowhere to go now for Chris. It's just a bit awkward, out of position. Can, of course, be completely dead, as we see he is in this situation. Oh.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for chips for a moment. But no, he would never make a
Jonty
mistake.
show the 2 spades? No, not going to show anything. Good man.
Made your day, huh?
To me.
That was made feel very apparent when I showed up, hoping that I could at least put my hand in the drum for the car.
They
and were
smacked it out of the
they
way.
were like, get out of here.
Like, would you like a deck of cards? Can't have that either.
I ran to the nearest real estate agent and said, can I purchase some property here in America? There's a very spicy free roll.
Yeah. You tried to look up your old Connecticut address.
I
You're like,
did.
I think I still have a license
I'm
here.
not even lying.
Oh
I
my
did do that. Oh my God, I can't believe you read my mind. That's exactly
Wow.
what I did. I had some old mail. I think I have a bank account attached to it. I was like, maybe this can get me over the line.
Trying to win that McLaren.
But then the magician.
Yeah.
I met him.
Amazing.
I met him at the media dinner, and I interrogated the hell out of him. I just
How did you
how
do
did you do
this?
that? How did tell me how you did it? All in from Andrew here.
225.
Don't think it's enough to get Scott out of here,
Just a
which is
little
good
over
news.
7 big blinds. Yeah, AJ's going to be in really good shape. King Jack suited versus Scott's King 9 suited.
Going 2-2-5.
2.2, yeah, 2.5.
And if AJ can hold, it's only a flush wound for Scott Stewart. It's a giant stack. So far, so good. Ace 4 deuce. Backdoor diamonds for Andrew. King Jack still good.
You ask for a 9, not for a deuce.
I asked
You
for
have to be.
He's not being greedy.
You have to be
Americans ask for
greedy.
deuces. We're not greedy people.
He's
Three.
The deuce queen.
Close, but no cigar. 8 of spades on the turn. It's going to be a 9 for Scott, or Andrew is going to double up.
Yeah, just a nosebleed here for Scott, but so
Stay
massive for Andrew, getting that double,
Oh, it's
keeping
2.2,
his
right?
hopes
Sorry,
of
2.2.
ladders and maybe even that top prize
I
alive.
thought it was 2.25.
Online poker is back in America. No purchase necessary. Play online poker for cash prizes with players across the U.S. Sit next to your favorite ambassadors like Phil Ivey, Brad Owen, Rampage, Wolfgang, and the rest of the WPT crew. Play tournaments and ring games to win real prizes and experiences, including free entries into next-level poker events in Las Vegas. Sign up at clubwptgold.com with promo code YouTube.
Ho, ho, ho.
Jonty under the gun. Queen Jack suited. Raising it up. 10K seniors. It's impressive that they could have such a big turnout last year. And that AJ Kelsall's playing for $3 million, and he's like, oh, if I bust, I'm going to go run into that. Like, that's...
It's almost like all the money is concentrated within the older generation, and young people really can't, get a start, and they won't even like play with us. They're just sharing it amongst themselves.
I'm close to being an old person, so I support this. Scott defends a big blind, Jack 5 of diamonds. Ace, King 8, 2 diamonds. Gut shot for Jonty, but Jack high flush draw for Scott.
Yeah, Jonty going to certainly range c-bet the ace-king texture here. Every reason to believe he would get it through for one bet, but Scott's going to get sticky here with diamonds. Make it Jonty work for it once again.
I needed that extra 25 to like this.
Average stack is 60 million. I don't think.
No, for 100,000.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, it's not low.
3 of them started with 20, like 22, 23.
9 of hearts on the turn, puts second flush draw out there.
23 or something.
Yeah. It's true. He's gonna.
Christian had 22 or something.
Certainly a spot where Jonty could go quite big here. Really try and lean on the far weaker range of his opponent.
Is this a spot you'd ever consider an overbet?
Yeah. A little surprised by the size here. Did think we would see something 75% or larger. Again, quite like your idea there, Jamie, of really putting the pressure on. As played, it's made it quite easy for Scott to draw here. Jonty is ahead, remember, right now, though. And he stayed ahead.
Scott waves the white flag.
Great news for Jonty now. He may well bluff at this, but he is going to be good regardless.
I got it.
Fucker. Love Scott.
I beat some flush draws.
It's like
you're
the king. He's
in the
like
bucket.
guy
Ladder
who-
will be unlocked at 12. So interesting also to see if people will start using their 20 seconds. Those in the bottom half of the stacks certainly incentivized to do so, hoping the bust out happens on the other table.
It's Chris World, guys. We only live in it, and he chose you.
Ho, ho, ho.
Scott with, excuse me, Scott with pocket eights under the gun +1.
Mormon was gonna 4-bet bluff. That was like fucking 2012.
2008, earlier.
What was that? Was it the Jake Cody with the 10-4?
I think you have
Yeah.
pinpointed exactly what's going on here. People taking a little bit of time trying to make that pay jump. Nothing too egregious though. A little 10-second tank.
Yeah.
Jake Cody. Yeah. If I could TK her all I was
It
there.
wouldn't be beneath me either.
Oh, I would do it
No, I wasn't there.
shamelessly.
That's insane.
You bought a piece of
In fact,
roulette action?
I think he was
When my
he
colleague
like
Darrow
plays
Kearney
poker?
eventually writes the stalling poker strategy book, I have been promised
I have some tips
collaboration.
for that book. I'll let you in on it after this hand. 9-6-3. Rainbow. Scott's eights in good shape. Check, check. Queen on the turn.
It's far too long.
Just looking to get to
Kinda.
showdown here, maybe?
Maybe.
Here,
I was
Scott?
thinking possibly chucking out a bet, deny equity, but it's going to let the board run out.
Tough for Chris here, because it does feel like he is being pot controlled.
Sure. It's just, does he need to fight for every single pot? It's not a large one, but he is Chris Mormon. Here we go.
Big bet, maybe. Stand by.
Feels just 850 though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Did expect him to come larger here. Obviously, king and 8 both have sort of interference with nuttish type stuff.
Oh, Scott wins a nice little pot.
Yeah, I guess Chris just thinking I can get the
Ace
ace jack to
highs?
fold.
Sure, yeah.
I'm not supposed to have that when I have an 8.
I agree.
This too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I'm not wearing it. It's fucking roasting.
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas movies in the chat? Anyone got one? Let us know. And
Home Alone's so good because it like captures your child imagination. Like when you're a kid watching that, it's just like, oh, you get to beat the bad guys and
Yeah.
you're in charge. And him at the grocery store buying groceries and like using coupons was the best part.
So good.
Like,
Joe Pesci also just
oh
a
my
perfect
god,
villain.
amazing! The Wet Bandits. Half the stream just tuned out to watch Home Alone now. We screwed up.
We've lost them.
Huh?
Chris in the cutoff, raising up ace 10 offsuit.
There was,
Jonty defending the big blind, king 9
on
offsuit.
that
9-3-3.
table there, he-
Jonty Claus with the best of it.
1 and 2, like me, Brian, and Edward
Yeah,
were all Korean.
Jonty feeling rather jaunty,
And then
Korean connection.
the early going here.
we're all Korean, like, so it was like all 3 in a row.
Shipping up from 17.7 to 25 million. Probably one of the biggest movers
Nah.
of the morning.
Yeah.
Mormon
None of
C
us
betting
know.
this paired
I
board.
don't know about Edward. I don't know about Chris like that. Joseph Chong was. But most of us were born like overseas.
I got like 60 count. He said Matt said he was from Cambodia.
6 of
Oh,
clubs.
was he?
Expecting this to go check,
You know what
check.
I'm talking about? The-
No, that makes sense.
I've now
because
phased
we were
away. I'm
confused,
just
That's okay.
Googling Christmas movies.
so we assumed he was.
That's why there's 2 of us in here, so one person can just like think about Christmas movies for a little while.
I do have a controversial Christmas movie opinion, which I'm willing to share
Oh,
at the end of
okay.
this hand.
All right.
Wait, did he get unlucky?
Oh, I promised some stalling tips at the end of a different hand. I totally forgot about it. So Chris is going to try to show down his ace 10. 7 completes the board.
No, we did not.
Might be time for Jonty to bet his own hand. I don't think Chris is going to comply.
I mean, yeah.
Where do the bluffs come from in this spot, I wonder?
Backdoor diamonds and hearts, maybe?
Yeah. Even some of them will be the 4-5 though.
Sure. Yeah, I'd expect there to be
The
some
10-8.
like Jack 10 of hearts kind of situation in diamonds, but
We had an awkward moment last night.
Yeah, it is a funky one where the 4-5 and the 10-8 are maybe in there and they've found a way to win.
yeah, if you're looking for a reason to fold the ace 10, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
And we were like, why? And he's like, I'm from Ukraine. We're like, oh, he like apologized. But he was very
Every short stack of the table is like,
saying you're from
Chris
Los
Mormon,
Angeles.
you take your time.
Yeah.
Think this one through for a few minutes.
Very a little different right now, but 2 years ago, or was it 4 years ago maybe? Right now,
I don't know. I get mistaken for
Maybe the ace
all
deuce,
sorts of things.
Yeah.
which you
It's an
block.
easy mistake to make.
Your voice, I'm sure
Is
Don's
actually-
Your voice sounds very much like the Asian actor.
A tricky one to find bluffs on.
And
What, really?
Guess maybe
he's
Queen 10
there's
clubs.
a movie called Office Christmas Party. He's also like.
Yeah, Chris really did
Nice
sort of
fold.
piece that one together.
Sure. So your Christmas movie first.
I'll show you a picture.
It's a Wonderful
Trying to
Life.
get
I like it.
Horrendous.
Yeah, but I like it. My dad and I used to watch it every year, so it's just got like a nostalgia part of my heart. But yeah, it's like long and drawn out.
Yeah, it
And
looks
Okay.
Way to make it something I can no longer.